back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Joe, get back.
Good evening.
Oh.
Everybody hear me?
Hello, hello. Yes, we do.
All right. Well, good evening, guys. How are you?
Doing well, suffering in the heat like the rest of you guys, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Living the dream.
Yeah, I was outside all weekend, and I'm kind of, even though I put on sunscreen, I'm pretty roasted.
Well, if you're as white as I am, sir,
I
it doesn't
am.
matter what sunscreen you have on.
I am a horrible white male.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could wrap myself in lead plating, and that'd be the only way I'd keep the sun off me from burning my white ass.
Yeah, I'm the
But
same.
you live in northern Canada, so you don't get any sunlight.
Actually, I live in southern Canada.
Oh,
yeah. So we get.
What's
trust
that,
me,
Mexico?
No. In the Kootenays, so it's like southern to almost mid. But once we get the extremes of both. Like we get so much fucking snow sometimes that you literally get claustrophobic driving down the fucking roads, and then we get heat that literally sets everything on fire and dries out patches to set them on fire while there's still snow on the ground. So yeah, it's awesome.
Rick says he can hear noises emitting from my cock holster. That might be my drink. I'm drinking lemonade because nothing says summer like lemonade with a just dab of vodka in there.
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
Gonna have some southern lemonade.
Nothing says summer. So, yeah, we got, I don't know. It's kind of a slow news week.
Really?
Yeah, no, really.
I thought the world was just being set on fire, dude.
Is it?
We got Biden holding up his instruction manual from his handlers. We've got the fucking leftists going nuts that they can't fucking murder babies when really they can. They just have to go through their state that allows it. and they're actually out calling for people to murder, full on murder the
Oh, yeah.
Supreme Court justice that are there that voted against it. Like,
Well,
this is on Twitter. It's still there. Full
Yeah.
on.
Well, I mean, I'll show you some videos later. Well, Paul Joseph Watson, if you ever watch him, I think he's great. He put a nice little put together, they're trying to bust into, state courthouses and assault people and
Yeah.
all kinds of good stuff. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, no, it's a great week.
Yeah,
Personally-
it's been a slow news week.
Yeah.
Personally, I really do support them and their idea of kicking off a civil war so that they can have abortions, because let's be honest, if we went up against leftists, if left and rightists went up against each other, I'm pretty confident we win that. Pretty confident. No doubt, man. I'm putting my money on our side.
They have no idea what they're asking for.
No, but when they get it, they will fucking in the street, as they fucking say, and there will be nobody coming to help them.
Well, on Friday by me, on my way home, I passed 6 different churches. All 6 of them had county sheriffs and city police blockading off the churches. And you can hear people chanting and mobs in the street. They blocked off the entire road.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I just go right through them with a bulldozer. Killdozer 2.0, baby.
Yeah,
2.0. Let's
I'm
fucking
about
do this.
5 to 6 miles away from most of them, and I know the roads well enough to avoid them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mentioned the other night there on Brandon Trueblood's stream that, a lot of people don't see the reports on it, but there's been like 10 or 20 fucking churches burned down here in the last year.
Yeah.
Mainly from the fucking whole, native children burial ground that is not a native children burial ground, because there's no proof that it's a burial ground, and they won't go get it,
Well, there was a study that was just done on that maybe 3 weeks ago that basically came out that said that entire story is an absolute complete fabrication and myth.
Yeah, and they did it 4 more times. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely, totally fucking mass grave of children.
I mean, Europe is having that problem too. I mean, look, they burnt down Notre Dame, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
But wait, that was an accident.
Well, that might have been.
Right.
I don't know about that. I mean, there's churches getting burned up all throughout Europe.
Yeah.
Well, there was some little guy like swinging around and ringing the bells and stuff, and he dropped a cigarette.
Yeah. Look,
I think that's what they blamed it on.
I'm not big on religion, but I believe in everybody's right to choose their religion and to practice it. As long as it does no harm to anyone else, go ahead. But you can't burn down the Catholic or Pentecostal churches while saying, we have to protect the Islamic churches as well, because if one group has done it, they've all done it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever fucking type of atrocity you're trying to pin on one, you can literally lay it at the feet of all of them.
Nothing has killed more people than religion.
Amen to that.
They want to talk about conservatives, right? I'm not a conservative, but they want to talk about them being all this, that, and the other. But yet they're all behind Muslims and Islam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you people have no idea what you're talking about.
I believe I can fly.
And you know what? I was probably just as bad as some of those when it came to hating Islam, until I realized that it's not all Islamic people that are like that.
No, not all.
It's just those are the ones that are essentially, well, back when I believe the media was a reliable source, that's what they threw at me to convince me that they were the enemy. It's like most Islamic people that I've met, I have no fucking issues with whatsoever. I'm not saying they don't exist.
I almost married one. So
there you go.
Well, look, I mean, the politicians, they want burning in the streets. They want fighting amongst groups, because then they can enact laws to keep everybody under control.
Yeah.
Yep.
Typical distraction.
Yeah, it's a great way to disarm people by causing all kinds of chaos, right? And once they're disarmed, they're all yours. You don't need them. the entire population on your side. You just need a good majority of them, good percentage.
Well, look, I mean, they rolled in the Patriot Act under,
Yeah.
right after 9/11, which was
Yep.
blamed on Muslims, and which rightfully so, because they did. But
Oh, but that was
Yeah,
a
that-
good thing. Holding
Yeah.
people without trial and without charges indefinitely, just by calling them a terrorist. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
well, they're
that's
still
what we
holding
need.
the Jan 6
Yeah.
people, like no trial or nothing. Those
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are still rotting in jail.
That's
and yet,
over a year. They've been
Colbert's
sitting in
people are
jail.
walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those people that were arrested for the January 6th thing, being held in jail with no court hearing, no fucking legal rights whatsoever.
Well,
I mean, even for federal crimes, there were rights that people had as criminals, even whether they were charged and actually fined
right.
or not. Right? These
Right.
people haven't been fined with anything, or
They
I should say they have been fined. They haven't
no
been
due
charged.
process.
And no due process.
They do not know exactly what they're being charged with. They violated the right to a speedy trial.
Mm-hmm.
If and when the midterms go the way people are talking about, and the House flips, most of those people are going to be released, and it's going to have a lot of questions, and there may be. I hope to God it doesn't happen, but you're going to have a large portion of the population going after one side, calling for sedition and for violating people's constitutional rights. And it's going to be very similar to the Red Scare of the 1950s under Senator Joseph McCarthy, where people's lives were literally ruined.
Yeah.
And we're literally going down the same path as that right now.
Well, the messed up thing is McCarthy was right. There were commies in everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not illegal to be a commie.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, D-Man 50, what he said there, it's not wrong. It is all part of the conditioning that they divide us up into smaller and smaller groups, and we get all those groups to go after every other group. There's no community anymore. There's no coalition anymore. There's no, us the people. It's just, this is my group, that's your group, and that's your group, and there's literally millions of them now. You know what I mean? That's why they have to keep changing their fucking flags every goddamn day.
Well, you got to be inclusive,
Exactly.
They keep adding to that piece of shit flag.
You got to have all that diversity. So everybody's exactly the same.
That is the flag of the alternate America.
Well, God, was it maybe 10, 15 years ago? There was a TV series called Jericho where they talked about factions of the U.S. Government that set off nukes on American soil to start a different faction and to start a civil war. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah. A buddy of mine got his car in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
the Jericho Files.
No,
No,
it was
Jericho.
There was a show called Jericho. It was on.
I remember the show called Jericho. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it wasn't very popular. I caught bits and pieces of it, went back and watched it, and now looking back at that, it's like that could quite realistically happen.
That could very realistically happen.
Yeah.
The only ace in the hole that we'll have when it comes to the regular people versus the government machines, right, is that potentially we could throw wrenches in their plans with random acts. You know what I mean? Like the random bombings and shit like that. And I'm sorry, guys, but I do see this going that way. It's going to be just like what went on in Southern Ireland with Northern Ireland and Britain. You're going to see
Ireland was disarmed.
Yeah, but guess what? They still blew up a lot of fucking people, and they still got lots of guns.
Well,
right? The IRA was nothing to fuck with. You know what I mean?
Every fall, the world's fourth largest army in Wisconsin goes out hunting.
Yeah.
Don't they do
That's
that in
just
Michigan
Wisconsin.
too?
Yeah, that's
No,
just Wisconsin.
That's just
though.
Wisconsin.
What do you mean they go out hunting?
There's more hunters going out
Yeah.
every fall in Wisconsin alone than every army except the top 4.
Right. The Wisconsin sportsmen deer hunters
Right.
out are the 4th. If you were to classify them as a standing army, they are the 4th largest standing army. And they're Wisconsin sportsmen just out deer hunting.
Oh, there you go. Stray bullets from 600 yards away will fucking take down a person just as much as it'll take down a deer.
Right. And that's not even taking into consideration the people who go out and hunt for coyote, the people who are going out and hunting bear, the people who do, waterfowl. That's just deer hunters.
Yeah,
Well,
everybody that lives within 10 miles of me, except for maybe a couple of net jobs closer to town, heavily armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here in Canada, especially when it comes to like BC, I don't want to say it's completely disarmed, but it is very liberal, and the city centers are very liberal and very disarmed.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's just like
They
everything
want
else.
everybody in the cities.
Yeah, the first when you spread out from the city, right, the less insane they become.
Yeah.
And the heavier armed they are, right?
Yep.
The further you spread out. Don't get me wrong, there's some people in the cities that carry some great equipment, but they're fucking few and far
Probably
between.
not lefties.
They're definitely not lefties. No.
Yeah.
No.
So, speaking of gun rights, so they voted on a Second Amendment issue this week, which has to do with concealed carry
Yep.
in
Mhm.
New York, but more
Or
broadly.
concealed and open carry.
Yeah. So
Just
more,
basically carry.
yeah. Well, what they did in New York was you had to give them reason
Mhm.
for you to carry, which is like here's the Constitution,
Yeah.
the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
so
they don't have to accept it.
Right. And
They
the
do
state
now.
didn't. They do now.
Well, now they're not supposed to. They're just not supposed to question you on such. But I'm sure. Look, it's a great win for the Constitution, but I believe they'll just come up with different rules.
Yeah.
You have to
Well-
do this check and that check and another check, and
They can't do anything exorbitant or egregious. So they can't charge everybody like $1,000 for a permit.
Right.
Mhm.
They can't make you take a 5-day course that costs like, $1,000, $5
I
grand.
believe in
whatever.
New York you have to take a course. Not only that, I could be wrong. Somebody's from New York and knows this.
Yeah,
stuff.
but this is the ruling that just came down. They can't do that.
Right.
Okay.
So
but-
you don't have to take courses or anything now.
Well, they can still put restrictions on it, like courses and stuff, but it can't be egregious. It can't be something that the poor people can't afford.
They can't turn around and say for an AR-15, let's say that costs $1,000, they can't put a $10,000 registration fee or a tax
Mhm.
on that $1,000 AR.
Yeah, they
Oh, that
can't even
makes
double the
sense.
price. They can't even put 100% tax on it.
Right. They
Okay,
and,
but
and they can't charge you, an exorbitant amount
Right.
for the classes or
Correct.
the fees or anything.
correct.
here's
Well,
the
from
thing,
my-
though. Do you guys see that, an instruction course, or at least like a familiarity course with the firearms that you purchase? Wouldn't you agree that that's a good thing? So that not everybody grows up with firearms. I mean, I grew
Yeah.
up with them, right?
Absolutely.
But not everybody does. And even the simple 4 fucking main facts when it comes to weapons and how you treat them, these are the 4 main rules right at the top of the list.
Yeah.
They can't fucking follow them.
Right.
Most people don't know that, treat the gun like it's loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fucking shoot at whatever you're aiming at.
Know your target
Loaded
and
shit
beyond.
you don't want
Know
to
your
destroy.
target and beyond. Yeah. Don't
Right.
look down the barrel. We can't even get that one fucking clear to everyone. You know what I mean? Like, some kind of an instruction course is not a bad thing.
Well,
Do I
back-
believe it should cost a fucking shitload? Absolutely
back
not.
in the 80s when I was in school, we could go hunting a couple of years early, like for birds and deer and whatnot, if we took a hunter safeties course.
Yeah.
Now, when my dad was a kid, they actually had gun safety classes taught in public schools.
Yes.
That's where you teach them. You teach them young. I taught my
Yes.
kids all about guns as soon as they were old enough to understand.
Oh,
3,
I
5,
believe-
somewhere in there.
I believe wholeheartedly every child that is 9 years old should be given his first pellet gun and be taught the fundamentals of firearms. Treat
Right.
every one of them the exact same way.
yep.
And that's where you learn. My first fucking gun that I was given was a crack barrel pellet gun that it took me and my buddy to operate. But I learned real quick that if you get on the wrong end of this, it fucking hurts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, and like I understand a lot of people aren't growing up around firearms, especially when it comes to, well, high capacity or rapid fire or fucking anything like that. Like, I mean, even on the East Coast, we didn't have a lot of that, right? The most, I would have to say the most extreme thing we had outside of a bolt action was a pump action, right? Most people didn't even own semi-autos when I was growing up.
Yep. Kyle had very good trigger discipline.
Yeah, Kyle was fucking genius. Like that boy fucking just like,
For
he
a
fucking worked
17-year-old kid, I was impressed.
yeah, you're fucking right.
Well, when I was a kid, my uncle used to take us to the firing range, and then for fun, he'd take me and my buddy, and we'd go digging through the buckets of the spent shells to find, because there was always going to be one that was unfired, and so it was always a race to try to find the unfired one.
Yeah, ones that didn't fucking go off with the first shot.
Yeah, and that was like I was like 6 or 7 at that point. I remember firing his 9mm when I was like 7.
Okay, and you know what? I liked it when I seen kids being taken to ranges and taught how to use firearms, even though I think even a 9mm is a bit too much for them. But for some reason, stupid people gave them full autos. And then when shit went south, like the 5-year-old boy who shot himself in the face, or the, 9-year-old girl that shot her instructor, that's guaranteed to happen. No kid needs to be taught on a full auto. No kid. If you're fucking under the age of 16, full auto is never in your fucking hands. Because every time this shit fucking goes down and kids or somebody gets killed because of an accident because they can't handle a full auto, it just looks even worse on everybody else that wants to own a fucking gun. Personally, I think, anyway.
Oh yeah, I agree.
When it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to owning and possessing firearms, I believe that everybody, if it is able to be purchased, with the exception of when you get to specialized equipments like the M134, or if somebody wants to go buy an AC-130 Spectre gunship, if they got the cash and they want to buy it, yeah, go ahead, buy it. Do you have a pilot? Do you have a crew to man it?
Yeah, it's just expensive.
Right. As long as you have trained personnel, because if you're going to take and to operate that, you go to your local Air Force base and get trained up on it, so you have an adequately trained, knowledgeable crew to staff it.
Well, the people you'd want to hire would be former Air Force.
Well, true, but you want to make sure that those people are, not only, let's say they'd have their military certification that they've completed training on this, but also have them re-up it to where they carry on to their civilian life. They can continue to say that they're certified and verified to operate that equipment.
Well, yeah.
Just like a pilot who flew a C-130 in the Air Force, before he can go and fly, small commuter jets, he's got to be recertified as a pilot. Same thing.
I don't think my brother had to fly in helicopters.
Depends on the helicopter. If the body styles are similar.
He can fly any single rotor any single rotor helicopter.
I had a buddy who was an Apache pilot, and when he got out of flying Apaches, he went to go as a Flight for Life medevac helicopter pilot, and he had to go and get retrained.
Yeah, that's what my brother does.
Yeah.
We call him Superman.
Now, from what I remember in New York, you have to turn over your logins for like Facebook and stuff. Does anybody know about that stuff?
No.
I should have looked that up a little better. By the way,
Just another reason for me to never go there.
I wonder if that like they had to get rid of that now too.
That's
Probably.
a huge invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. I mean,
They would need probable cause to ask for that information.
they'll make up probable cause. The law is not here for anything lawful, dude. I mean,
yeah.
we have to throw away that idea that fucking law's here to protect us in any way or to do things fairly or justly in any way. I mean, that's just not the case. Right? It's just not the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, realistically, let's go back 20, 21 years. When September 11th happened here in the United States, remember when TSA became it was going to be a temporary thing until this got ironed out and figured out.
Nothing's more permanent than a temporary government operation.
That's exactly where I was going with it.
What's that saying? The worst words you can hear is
I'm from the government. I'm here to help.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was deployed to Kuwait for 9/11. I got there like August 28th or something and come back in December. Yeah. And, we left. It was all no big deal. I come back to Jersey barriers everywhere and these two rather rotund, darkly complected girls that sit at the front door of the passenger terminal where I worked, and they were like supposed to be checking stuff, and we were supposed to be testing them, and we tested them, and they just let everything by. They just sit there. That's all they ever did.
Well, just after that happened, I was living in downtown Salt Lake City just before the 2002 Winter Olympics were there. I worked for a defense contractor, and the way that they did it was anybody in the area could have what they classified as a green zone where anybody can go. Yellow zone was restricted. Red zone was you had to have a red zone pass, which you had to be fingerprinted, ID'd, and you had to carry your red zone pass with you with your ID to get into a red zone. I lived in a red zone and I worked in a red zone. So I have never, it's probably the closest thing to a military police state. And it was what you see in movies on steroids.
Well, I'm not going to go into all the security features for an Air Force base, but it's extensive.
Well, that's understandable.
I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Yeah.
So Mouthagate 8 is saying, what do you think Beetlejuice will try up in Chicago? Now, I believe that a lot of these major lefties like Newsom and Beetlejuice and and all those types, I think they're going to actively just say fuck you to the feds and whatnot and just keep doing their own thing. So now we're living in two different societies, right?
Right. That's exactly what we're going to see, just like with California did with the sanctuary cities. They're going to pull the kind of a your body, your choice sanctuary districts and counties and cities. They're going to do the same thing, and they're going to go and continue to do what they want to do and just ignore any and all Supreme Court rulings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because they want the violence. That way they can justify, draconian rules and disarming everybody. And
do you think they'll talk about that on CNN and be like they're being insurrectionists and any of that?
No, they'll be like, finally, somebody's doing something about it.
Right. They're gonna want to celebrate those people for doing the quote unquote right thing and standing up for individual rights and people's civil rights and freedoms. That's what that's the narrative they're going to go with. They're basically going to try to make it sound like the Supreme Court is being tyrannical and the Supreme Court is taking away individuals' rights. And we're a sanctuary city and we're a sanctuary community where it's your body, your choice, your freedom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Riggs is right here and they're going to fucking kick off a civil war in places like Chicago and, you know, of course, where all the fucking, you know, liberal leftards are out there right now reeing up the place. Like I said, I hope they do. And I hope the police stand back and do nothing with both sides. As long as they get, as long as they're shooting at people and those people are fully allowed to shoot back without the police joining the fucking leftists, right? I'm all for it because that'll be, dude, they're going to get a rude awakening real fucking quick.
Dude, just everybody leave the guns at home and just go hand to hand.
Oh, yeah, fuck, they still get they can't not work in a mob.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Chicago, it's not like dudes are riding in on, you know, horseback, you know, MAGA country. And these are like gangs. These are like drug gangs shooting each other and for territories and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
Pookie shot Ray Ray.
Yep, Pookie shot Ray Ray. Just a little bit of an update, guys. I know Eric hasn't been on, and he's just gotten home from Chicago. Unfortunately, that punch in the neck that he got from the guy he started a fight with, because why wouldn't he? Right?
Right.
Apparently fucked him up pretty bad, so he's actually in the hospital here tonight.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he recovers soon.
Well, he's going through.
He's going through chemo, right?
Yeah, he's going through hell, man. He's going through hell right now. But yeah, the old scar on his neck from where he had his first surgery, that's where the guy fucking managed to clip him, and it's really fucked him up. So, you know, he might have had a moment of satisfaction by fucking, you know, breaking the guy's knee, but unfortunately it's fucked him up too. So if you're injured, guys, don't start shit unless you got backup. If you got
I
backup,
don't start shit anyway. I ain't paying anybody else's medical bills when I destroy them.
Yeah, I try to go by the gray man principle.
Yeah,
exactly.
Operate and not be seen.
Well, I can't help but be seen. I just try to be unobtrusive.
Yes.
Oh,
well, yeah,
successful.
of course.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Remain a phantom. If shit goes south, go east or west. Avoid it. Just don't even get involved with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude. Okay.
Well, the only way I'm going to get involved is if they bring it to me because I'm too old to run.
I got a bad knee, but you know I can drive.
Yeah.
I won't chase you down, but I'll run you down.
You know, little Carlos Maza, you know him from the whole Crowder thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's calling for violence, just straight up calling for it on Twitter, and they're just leaving it up.
And how is that guy not booted off every platform?
Because he's on the right side.
Yeah.
You know,
he's not on the right side.
No, he's on their side.
He's on their side.
Yeah. And this is a guy that can get beat up by my daughter. You know? And he's calling for violence. He wants other people to do it for him.
What's going to happen is you're going to get somebody like him that is going to mouth off and say the wrong thing to somebody, and nobody's going to be there to defend him, and he's going to put himself in a situation where he is going to become a red paste on concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that when we first started, and I mentioned about the guys calling out for the kill all the justices on that Supreme Court.
Yeah,
that was on Twitter. It's still on Twitter right now.
I wouldn't know. I've been kicked off. I've been banned from Twitter like a decade ago.
Oh, well, you can get
never
back
been on it.
No, I can't.
Your phone is blocked.
No, like I am blocked.
But how are you blocked? I mean, there's ways to get around that shit.
I've tried 4 different emails.
Really?
Yes.
What the hell did you say?
They really don't like you.
Well, let's just throw this out there. My base of knowledge goes to the point of if anybody out there has blue eyes, you have the genes of OCA1 and OCA2 in the 16th and 17th chromosome. So if that's my base of knowledge,
Well, yeah, anybody with blue eyes all goes back to one person.
One person at the shores of the Black Seas a little over 5,500 years ago.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. And we're all technically
I
related.
got gray eyes.
That's actually a variation of the blue eye gene.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's my base of knowledge of what I know off the top of my head, imagine what I said on Twitter to piss somebody off.
Well, if I wanted to get the little live stream here nuked, I'd just tell you all my Kim Warfare stuff about the whole like face diaper thing.
I'm already on thin ice.
Yeah.
This platform.
Yeah, we're maybe gonna have it.
We cannot go into that.
We'll just leave that alone.
Yeah. Well,
okay. So moving on to this next one, if you guys want to discuss this at all, this is the other ruling they did this week was Maine. So I lived in Maine, believe it or not, for a little while. Up there, the John Deeres, and they like to talk like this. And, schools are spread out. People are spread out. It's a sparsely populated state. If it didn't get so much damn snow, I'd still live up there. But, they overturned this religious. So basically, schools could be running as a private school and get state funding just because the people are so spread out. Schools are so spread out.
Yeah, school choice.
Yeah. So the question is though, will this change for the entire country?
Well, it's a Supreme Court ruling. All the other states are going to use this as a precedent in the future to where if somebody wants to send their child to, let's say, somebody who lives in the People's Republic of San Francisco, and they're more, Christian conservative, and they want to send their kid to a private school, and they want to use a school choice voucher for that, the state cannot decline that.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
That's exactly what that means.
Which I think is a good thing because the school systems right now are just, they talk about separation of church and state and all that, but they're basically teaching a leftist religion in the schools now, right?
Right.
And they're trying to turn all the kids, they're trying to indoctrinate them, in my opinion, in a lot of this stuff. And a lot of people are saying, you know what? I'm not down with that. So I think homeschooling has gone up big time.
Mm-hmm.
I think private schooling has gone up big time. So I think you should be able to have a choice. Because, look, people who pay for private school, not only are they paying for the private school for their own child, but they're paying in taxes for the public school. So they're basically paying twice.
Yeah. So
I know it's a contentious issue with a lot of people.
Well, the thing is, where I live in the suburb, the city that I live in, 63% of the kids that go to the middle school and high school here come from the closest major city, because that major city pays only what they say here. It costs about $13,000 a year per student to teach a kid, and the major city near me is only paying $1,300. But the city I live in doesn't have enough students in it to facilitate having a school. So the closest major city is pumping people in, only paying 10% of the tuition and occupying 62% of the student population.
Let me tell you, I know somebody who their spouse teaches in a major city.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fucking disaster.
Oh, yeah.
They're a science teacher. She's had kids light the classroom on fire. Yeah. Fights weekly, and they have to buy supplies because the school is underfunded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's got to be a better way to just. And unfortunately, she'll probably eventually, I would think. I don't know. I haven't talked to her. It's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
that they would just be like, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm out. And I'm sure this is happening in a lot of cities.
Well,
That good teachers are just bailing the fuck out.
yeah, they are.
We were-
in addition
Sorry.
to that note, I know somebody I've known them for maybe 10 years now. They work in the closest big cities public school administration office. And usually around August or September, when they get all the brand new laptops, Chromebooks, iPads, and stuff for students, usually every year they bring home anywhere from 1 to 2 dozen brand new iPads, brand new computers,
Mm-hmm.
and all this stuff free of charge that they can give away or do whatever they choose with.
Well, I mean, when I was in Wisconsin, we had a list of stuff we had to pick up for the school
Mhm.
when it came to supplies for the kids.
Yeah.
This was not for their class. This was for like everybody, I guess. Which, you know what? Okay, fine, whatever. But halfway through the school year, they actually came to us again saying that the supplies that they got weren't enough.
Yep.
The funding didn't cover it.
Mhm.
The teachers were out buying stuff, and that was fucking like 6 years ago.
Yeah, it hasn't changed. It's gotten
Yeah,
worse.
it's only clearly gotten worse. Now, even when I was going to school, you brought what you fucking brought, and that was yours. You know what I mean? There was no such thing as buying anything for the school. The school had its own supplies that were either reusable, right,
Right.
for the classrooms, or, you know, it was covered. Like, we didn't go buy the teacher's chalk, you know, for the chalkboard. They bought their own through the school. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what our taxes ended up covering. Now it seems like not only do we pay school taxes, and then especially in the US, you guys pay fucking exorbitant school taxes.
Yeah.
Right. But you have to supply the school, and the supplies that you're required to pay for just goes up every fucking year. Like the amount that you need, not just the cost, but like
Oh yeah.
the amount of supplies seems to go up every year.
Well, and there's no accounting for any of that crap.
No.
Not a bit.
Listen to this one. He was telling me that they installed partitions, like all this plexiglass. I'm sure you've seen some of these videos back when the plague was happening.
Yeah.
Of all these, you know, separations of for like each desk, and it cost the school something like $300,000.
Mhm.
They did it for a fucking week and scrapped the whole thing.
Yeah.
300,000 gone.
They waste money now because, like you said, all the good teachers are gone. They've moved on, and that's how we end up with so many crazy woke fucks in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is because all the good teachers have left when they, especially like even my old friend in Alberta who was a teacher. She was like, and this was like 15 fucking years ago. She was like, I have to pass students in grade 12 who can't write their own fucking name right.
Yeah.
But I can't fail them.
Right. Oh, well, that's been going on for a long time where they just push it on to the next.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't fail a student. The whole no student left behind thing.
Yeah.
Has literally set it up so that the teachers were handicapped, and that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they're not just handicapped, they're fucking retarded. You know what I mean? We've got a group of retards fucking trying to teach kids, and they came handicapped.
Nate, you gotta get on Twitter just for the Libs of TikTok account because
I've literally I don't know if it's my IP address or what it is. Like I have literally tried.
VPN.
I've tried.
Even with the VPN on your phone?
Yes.
You might have that thing that Pops talked about. That
the Pegasus program.
Yeah. You might want to talk to the underground to get your phone looked at.
I already have.
And did it come up with anything?
No.
Huh.
I am
Really strange.
literally, because of what I've said, and I I struck every possible nerve
You must have.
with Twatter.
Instant banning.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Well, I've been very fortunate with the people I've been able to meet and become friends with. A few people that I do know are pretty high up the food chain with a couple of different companies, and I've basically been trying to figure out and find out, like, I know the right people to talk to be able to get a hold of people on Twitter's board of directors.
Is it that important though? You know, at some point you're like, you know,
right.
if you need to talk to the board of directors, for me, I'd just be like, fuck it. But
yeah, it's not that important that I get back on Twitter.
Yeah. See, for me, I never gave a shit what
some
random asshole in some city had to say about whatever. Now I'm just on it just to fuck with the lefties, just to see if it gets anybody riled up or get myself thrown off just for the fuck of it. But
yeah,
dude, today I went back and checked all my comments on YouTube. 2 of them went through.
Yeah,
everything else is hidden.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like
well, I'm not even using the words.
Wow.
I'm calling it by, just obfuscating everything and using end arounds. And
so I was having that problem, and what happens is once they kind of tag you, like the machine, it's not like there's somebody who's, well, there probably is in some instances, but
I probably got somebody sitting there watching me. Nope. Nope.
You'll say something that triggers the computer, and then you'll get hidden. And then if you keep posting, like, then, a couple hours, even the next day, it's going to still think that you're not a good citizen of the YouTube world. So it'll hide you. So what you got to do is you got to wait a couple days.
Yeah.
And then that should
I have
get you back into the game.
I have. And it's only been happening like to this extent since I got over 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
I honestly I don't see that much on Twitter worth following. It's just, occasionally you see a good burn, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see the hype of Twitter, to be honest with you.
I'm going to shout out Jimmy Bones.
Me neither.
Jimmy Bones from Pop's live stream. We have a gilded server for supporters and moderators for Pop's stream, and Jimmy is Johnny on the spot. Anytime something like that comes up out there, he's always like doing screen grabs and sharing it, so I can see a lot of that stuff. However, I'm not allowed to participate.
Anybody that's not ignorant is not going to be able to be on there. If you're knowledgeable and trained, educated, they're not going to let you there.
Well, TikTok is the absolute worst. TikTok, I gave up trying because I just.
Well, you know who owns banned. TikTok?
Yes, very good. Yes, I do.
Dude, I could admit, that stream was a Friday. You put that one out. I was rolling on the floor.
Which one?
Laughing.
Which one was it?
The Chinese dude.
Oh yeah, that was
Chinese.
The dating profile.
Asian girls.
Yeah, the Asian girl profile.
God, I love those Asian profiles because they're just so blatantly fake. I don't know how anybody goes on to those sites and is like, "Oh yeah, I'm talking to this girl." Oh yeah, are you kidding me? And there's guys, unfortunately, who fall for that shit, and they pay lots and lots and lots of money to these companies, and they never get anywhere. I mean, you kind of feel a bit sorry for them that they're so stuck in the matrix that they can't wake up. And
that's my buddy right now. I've been telling him for 3 years after his wife, was doing all the fucking normal abusive fucking manipulative bullshit with him. He didn't want to believe it, despite me having to go pick him up at random times because she kicked him out, right? Or fucking left with the kids randomly in the middle of the night. It's like, dude, you need to accept the fact that she has already divorced you.
Yeah.
Now she is your enemy, and she is on a war path to destroy you. And first thing comes to his mind is, well, I haven't done anything wrong to deserve this. I was like, dude, it don't matter.
Yeah, he
Doesn't
needs,
matter.
he needs
Everything you've
Pops.
done in the past doesn't matter.
He needs to be gifted Pop's administrative violence course.
Well, that's just it. I can't even get him to accept the fact that right now she's already divorced him.
Yeah.
And even though the papers aren't signed, she was planning this out for years. This is why she called the police on you so many times for bullshit. It's because all she needs is a report that she
Mhm.
called them. She doesn't need you to be done with, or dinged for anything, right?
Nope.
Just
All she
that,
needs is
look,
the appearance of it.
I've had to call them this many times. He's not spent a day in jail or anything, but that they've been called. That's all they need.
Let
Mhm.
me tell you, there are some people you just cannot wake up, and it's
Yeah.
almost, I'm to the point of why bother at this point. Like, so my brother he is deep in it, man, and he's just he's gonna end up in trouble with one of these chicks. So real quick, because I don't want to bring him into things, but I can't wake him up. Like I've sent him stuff, and he's like, "Why are you sending me this woman hating stuff?" I'm like, "It's not woman hating. It's just working. You open your eyes up to some of the realities of this world, that what can happen to you."
Yeah.
And he had a problem with this chick that he brought in to live with him, and she was just abusive. Like, he would call me up and be like, "I'm going to put the phone down. Just listen, just in case something happens." Like, it was that level of shit.
Yeah.
And she was just
fuckery.
vicious, nasty person.
He's
And
still putting up with it.
Well, so I said, you gotta get her out of your life, like ASAP. You're going to end up being stabbed or something. And so he
And
finally,
he'll go to jail. He'll go to jail if she stabs him.
Wait,
Right.
wait a minute. So he got her out, but then he was like, "I kind of miss her. We used to hang out. We used to watch TV together, watch our shows."
Get a dog.
I'm like, dude. Yeah, I'm like, dude, don't. Dude, cut it off. And then, like, the next time I talk to him, he's like, "Oh, she's over. We're watching the show. I can't talk right now." I'm like, get her the fuck out of your life, bro. She's toxic. She is weighing you down. Ooh, So all of a sudden, next thing I know, she's moved back in with him. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a fucking bullet, and now you brought the vampire back into your life. Well,
he didn't dodge it. It just like looped around and shot him in the ass.
Well, so he got into a fight with her, and she called the cops and told the cops, "Who hit me?" And I'm like, oh no. So they now he owns his place. They made him fucking leave.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had to leave. They had to, she got a restraining order. He had to go to the court. He explained his side of the story and whatnot, and the court was like, said, "Okay, well, she has to leave, but you need to give her like 3 weeks. So you're going to have to be out of your place for 3 weeks." And he's calling me up. "You were right. You were right." I'm like, dude, I told you. Like, why didn't you listen to me? "Oh, you're right."
It's like having sex or combat. You don't know until you go through it.
And I said to him, I was like, dude, you got to.
Well, I mean,
how do you know she's not going to like take a sledgehammer to all your walls and whatnot? And so she's finally gone.
Dude, that'll be the least of his worries.
Yeah, well, yeah. She's finally gone, but she did a little bit of damage. And he's like, "Well, I'm not going to go out." I'm like, see, dude, do not invite this into your life. Do not cohabitate.
It sounds like your buddy and my buddy are
my brother.
exactly on this. Oh, it's your brother? Well, it's my buddy, but they're on the exact same level of weakness and blue pilled fucking sympatry. They literally are so immersed in it that they're bathing. You know what I mean? Just bathing in the blue pill. Like, they are willing to allow anything to happen. Anything. And they'll just, like, no matter how many fucking red flags you drop in front of them, no matter how many fucking examples, no matter how much proof you give them,
No.
right?
Yep.
It just doesn't matter. They're still going to lay down like a dog and take it in the ass.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
At this
What do you
point,
do?
I'm
And
kinda
he's
like
probably
that.
listening right now because I sent him the link.
Well,
I told him he had two options.
it
He
gets
could,
worse.
yeah.
It gets so much worse. A guy I used to work with, he literally would bend over backwards, do anything and everything for his wife. She didn't have to work. She had literally no responsibilities, nothing. She was responsible and accountable for nothing.
Oh, something's happened.
He made every meal every day. He and I worked together full time. He took care of all the property. He took care of everything that a big yard. He did everything she wanted. And they got in a fight, and they were kind of going through a rocky spell in their marriage. And she had her master's in nursing, and he was on cholesterol meds, blood pressure meds, and a couple other medications. He was getting older. What she did is she took a month's worth of prescription drugs, crushed them all up and dissolved them in a bottle of vodka, made him a drink the night before, and then she got up to make him breakfast and crushed up more and put more of the crushed up meds in his coffee or his tea in the morning. He went out to his truck to get ready to leave for work. He wasn't, from what we understand, he wasn't feeling well. He didn't open the overhead garage door. He passed out in the garage. She went out into the garage, slit his wrists from elbow to wrist, and let him bleed out in the garage and killed him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
There's nothing, like I said, man, I put nothing past them. Nothing.
Yeah.
Murder of their own children, murder of their fucking partners, nothing.
Was there
I mean-
something else that happened this week?
They use administrative violence against us all the fucking time. I mean, the police are literally there to serve them and their whims. Like, my buddy just doesn't seem to want to understand it or believe it. You know what I mean? He's just like, oh, I've seen my brother go through it twice, and now I've been going through it for years, but I refuse to do anything. And it's like, it's done nothing but destroy me as a person, but I still won't do anything because I love her so much. She's
definitely-
different.
me.
She loves me.
I can hear Bob doing that now.
I hope you're listening, T. She ain't different, and she don't love you, and she never did, and she don't love those
She's
kids.
using you.
She doesn't.
She's
really-
probably doing somebody else behind your back.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, the
So-
other one was so. But I told him he has two options. You either have to go down and file for the divorce first and start using the administrative violence against her,
Mhm.
right? But it's not going to work out well for him because she set him up to lose just with the fucking police cases themselves, right?
Oh, he could.
She's
He
gonna,
can.
they're
turn
going
it
to
around.
drop that into court and it'll be over.
He
It'll be
can turn
fucking
it
over.
around.
He
can
could
turn-
possibly.
Oh, he can. Oh, it's quite easily you can turn it around.
Possibly.
Oh
You
no!
gotta remember, he's in Canada too.
Oh
Not
no!
like, yeah.
Trust me, it is borderline crossing some moral and ethical lines, but I can tell you exactly how to do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you have to know a little bit of. Does he have morals?
Yeah, unfortunately, too many for her.
Yeah,
All his morals is for her.
yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
But-
that's just where it
yeah.
lies. But I basically told him he has the option of going and filing for divorce first, trying to get her deported, stuff like that, because she's from the Philippines or somewhere, right?
Oh, that makes it even easier.
But she's still a legal citizen here, so I don't even know if that'll work. Or he has to have her killed, because that's his only two options.
No, what you can do is literally, like they say, if you give somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves. Get her into a situation where she'll actually go into a blind rage, because most people like that will do that.
Oh, that's so easy to do.
Well, follow me, follow my thinking on this. Get her to go into a blind rage where she does something where you could basically have evidence of her being psychologically unstable. In most nations around the world, if somebody is a danger to themselves and to other, you can have them committed for a minimum of a 72-hour period. At that point in time, you provide multiple witnesses, you provide video evidence that this is what she's done, and she has done it repeatedly over a 6-month period of time. They will then commit her and put her in to a hospital, and they'll put her on antipsychotics, they'll put her on antidepressant meds. If she's ever been on depression meds or anxiety meds, that only works in your favor. And you actually have her involuntarily committed to a hospital.
See,
there's one
she's
drawback
already
to that.
she's already taken the kids and run off to another town that's like a day and a half drive away. She left.
There's a
Like-
drawback to that because my first ex, she tried to self-delete with a bunch of pills, ended up in the regional center for a little over a month. It was like almost 2 months. And we'd been divorced for 2 years. They came after me for the bill.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow. They're fucking
Yeah.
really on you.
they were. They actually took money that I sent for child support and applied it to that and put me behind on child support.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't even know that's possible.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
they said,
right.
there's no record of that. And I'm like, it happened.
Yeah, it's amazing how there's no record when it does, they don't want it.
Yep.
Right? It's amazing how that works out.
Sometimes.
So I've actually, maybe I should consider that because I mean my youngest kid's mom's been on antidepressants before, right?
Uh-huh.
Fuck, she's
More-
even got a stockpile of like 3,000 of them. If you guys are interested,
No.
Well, actually, technically, if the prescriptions have expired and she's still in possession of the medication, in most nations, that is actually a felony for possession of a controlled substance.
She's in Wisconsin.
no, this is my youngest
okay.
mom.
That's
She's
the other
here.
one then.
Yeah, the other one's in Wisconsin.
We need a flow chart for you, Chris.
Well, I only got 2 baby mamas. Okay.
It's too many.
I hope
Yeah.
you got out of the gene pool like I did.
God,
Like-
am I the only smart one of the group here? Never married, no kids?
Yes.
I don't think Billy had any kids. Did you, Bill?
That's something I don't want to talk about.
Okay, so
Yeah.
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 Nate's the only smart one.
Well,
Yeah,
I did
sorry.
I did date one chick that tried to feed me poisonous mushrooms. I had one try to hit me with her car.
Oh my
That's just a Saturday night.
Actually, it was on a Saturday night.
Well,
I
there
had
you
a
go.
stalker, and I
Saturday
thought that
night.
was bad.
Hey, but all mushrooms are edible. Just some are only once.
I never
Exactly.
had anybody try to kill me. That's
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
I've had one pick up a kitchen knife and said that she was going to slash her own wrist, and I was like,
Wait till I leave.
boy, I really, really
And I'm
regret
like, down the
things that
road,
I
not
said.
across the street.
Yeah. Well, dude, I was 16 at the time, and I was just like really into the dating kind of scene, and she was 26.
Whoa. Hello.
I know what's going on there.
Yeah, she liked them young. Apparently, her and her
No.
friend they liked them young. But
She was bipolar.
yeah, no, she's fucking total lunatic. But
Yeah.
yeah, I should have told her just fucking go ahead, just wait till I'm gone.
Yeah. When I was 18, I dated a 36-year-old woman, and we had one thing in common.
I get a similar situation.
Yeah. Then you know what that relationship was like.
Oh no, Mr. Pliskin's here. He had a similar situation. The police removed his permanently insane wife house. She assaulted one of the officers. Perfect.
Wow.
Nice.
And
God, I
she's
wish
doing
it would've
6
worked out like
years in
that.
jail.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's exactly where I was going.
Oh,
Nice.
that would be heavenly.
Yes.
Score 1 for the fucking team here.
And then what you do is anytime she reaches out to you, you just go ahead and you file a report. Or even when she's in jail, you go and file it for a temporary restraining order against her that if she attempts to contact you, and you already have evidence that she's failed a psych exam and she's already in jail, they'll already grant you the TRO. And so anytime she attempts to contact you, that just builds the pile even bigger against her. And that way, as soon as she comes out and she tries to go for sympathy, she already violates the TRO.
Oh, god damn. That would be golden. I wish I knew then what I knew now.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother-in-law told us a story about the time he fucking checked a chick in for a 30-day psych evaluation in Vancouver. She was fucking like full on crazy. but yeah, he just fucking took her for a ride one day, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna go visit somebody up on this fucking hospital floor, right?" Which is what they called the third floor here. And that was the psych ward. And he fucking just dropped her off. He was like, "You got to take this woman.
Here you go.
Here
Have
you
fun."
go. 30 days. 30 days she was there, dude. Full fucking month.
Yep.
I was like,
So-
that's awesome.
So speaking of crazy chicks,
Yeah, that's my type. Okay.
as we know, we have
Right.
the other court ruling that happened this week, which is the overturning of Roe v. Wade
Yeah.
via Dobbs versus Jackson.
Yeah. The
And-
screeching of the chicks that don't have to worry about ever getting knocked up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like I see some of these women who are going on and on. Hammer had a video, well, I think it was a live
Yeah.
stream, where he's showing some of these women. It's like, who's hitting that?
She's all fours. She's 4 foot tall. She's 400 pounds, and she's 44. Yeah, you're not going to have to worry about it.
You know, these were like one of the women. I think they were calling her Goomba or whatever. It was like in her 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
if
was
she's in her
screaming, my
70s,
body,
more
my
than-
choice. Go right ahead.
Hey, there's this thing called nature. If she's 70 years old, theoretically, the chances of her getting pregnant are slim to none.
Yeah, it's not that.
Well, it's somewhere between slim and fat.
Yeah. Well, Calpy just posted up about everybody's favorite crazy chick.
Oh yeah, well she's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh no,
She
She doesn't even have a
insane.
nice rack. She's just like,
She's not just nuts, man. Like she's got that. Well, she has typical hot girl fucking personality.
well, typical hot girl
Right.
personality,
Well, she's
but
been
other than that,
giving
she
her-
acts just like my ex.
She's been given her way her entire life.
Yeah.
Everybody's been telling her how great she is her entire life.
Yeah. That girl's nuttier than
100%.
squirrel turds.
Yeah. No,
Makes
dude.
you wonder how crazy Jennifer Aniston is.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
No, what's the other one?
The Brad
Marissa
Pitt son of-
Tomei. No, it's one of the chicks from the Charm Show. The original.
Oh,
Alyssa Milano.
Melissa Milano. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
She's fucking nuts, dude.
I met her 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Bet she was much nicer then.
No. Oh God, no.
well, I
No?
remember she did a nude scene.
I always wanted to bang her. I'm not gonna lie.
From what I remember, she had a pretty good body back in the day. I
Yeah.
don't think that's the case now.
She was in the desert while I was there, but she came to visit and write autograph a bunch of shit during day shift, and I worked nights, so I didn't have to
Lucky you.
deal with her. But guys got a bunch of pictures of her, and
Yeah.
she's wearing this like button-down shirt, and it's like unbuttoned most of the way. And if you stood like in a profile, you could just like get the whole view.
Yeah.
So everybody had all these pictures that they were passing around
Yeah.
because we were all digital at that point.
Yeah. I met her back in 01. No thanks.
Yeah, Rose McGowan's another crazy one.
Oh yeah, she is. Well, she was banging. What's his name? That real kooky dude.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's.
She showed up to that one award show with a G-string and a see-through dress.
Wait, isn't
What?
that's what's her name? Fucking
Rose McGowan.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
she
thought
was
it
from
was-
that Charm show my daughter likes.
Oh, I thought it was what's her name? The one he's with, Machine Gun Kelly's with now. Megan
Oh.
Fox.
Megan-
Megan
Yeah,
Fox did something like that.
That's another one that's nuttier than squirrel turds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy, your link didn't work, so I put down
Yeah.
mine, homie.
Yeah, yeah. There, I had to put the correct one. I don't like it.
If you guys like this
Why?
content and want to promote, support the show, go to Father Saunders PayPal.
Look, I do this for fun. So,
Yeah.
look, if you want to support, if you want to tip, it's fine. But I do fine.
God damn it! I got an empire to build.
You're not monetized either.
No,
I am.
Are you
dude,
kidding me? None of us are monetized.
Anybody?
Well, I'm a car guy, damn it.
Yeah, okay. You can get monetized on your end.
Well, except for everything that I comment about.
Yeah, that might stop you. But
Do you guys want to? I was going to.
Billy,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do the 20 talks like you normally do,
we're not
I
there.
really hope you get the one I seen today, which is the
Oh,
guy
nice.
talking about strawberry milkshakes are vegan because they're made with strawberries.
Oh my god.
You at least gotta show the guys that one because it's fucking hilarious.
If I can find it. I mean, TikTok is ginormous. All right, so this getting back on track a little bit. I wanted to show this. Paul Joseph Watson video. We could pull it apart, and hopefully he won't strike me. But I can't.
Well, hey,
see
real quick,
Yeah.
did you happen to see Salty Cracker's video from a little earlier?
I did not.
Towards the end of it, he shows this Reddit post, and the guy's like, all these rural people, they're all like Christians or they're influenced by them. So go out there and show up 100 deep and like start setting stuff on fire. And I'm like, that's a really bad idea.
No, that's a really good idea.
No,
we're gonna help the lefties kick this shit off, man. Light this candle.
So I was like, he's either trying to get a bunch of them ended, or he's actually thinks that. So either way, it's not going to end well for anybody that's stupid enough to do it.
I'll do it.
Well, remember,
100 deep, that's no big deal.
All right.
remember, there are people dumb enough to stick bottle rockets in their own back end
Oh,
and light them.
that's fucked up.
All right. There are people dumb enough to do that. So.
And Tide Pods.
Right.
Yeah,
And
they ate Tide Pods. This is not the generation of smartness.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
let me put up this
go for
Paul
it.
Joseph. We'll stop and pick it apart because he made some really good points in it.
Alrighty.
Oh, let me. Hold on.
I love his
Well,
intro.
It
Yeah.
finally happened.
That's a PewDiePie thing. He can't
Suffice
strike you
to
for that.
say, Hose man.
Love it. Right there.
Fucking
Love
A.
it.
Try it.
See, now that's just dumb. You're going to
Yep.
get shot or run over.
This
gonna get
chick
run
has
over.
no chance of needing to get a kid carved
Yeah,
out of
I
her
mean-
baby maker.
The only way
Not
she's going
unless
to have a
it's
kid is through a sperm bank.
Yeah.
Well,
Is-
desperate black dudes.
Is that a she, a he, or a they, them?
We don't know. Her pronouns are not listed.
Well, as soon as you hear it talk, you'll know.
It's Pat.
Oh my god. Who the fuck is going to be with a person like this? Seriously. See, again, that's just dumb. Getting on the highway, like
Yeah.
you're gonna get run over.
Not
guess
only
they
that,
don't pass physics.
somebody like me will speed up.
Oh, speed bumps.
Up.
People break for a deer.
20
There you
points
go.
for the fast ones.
Oh, he'll show this guy going off about stuff, and it's like, come on, dude. Like, do you really care? Like, why do you care so much?
Because he's a male feminist.
Exactly. Right? Like, what the hell is this? Trying to break into? I think this is at a state capitol building.
American women, when they can't murder a child in a state they don't live in.
Right?
I love PJ.
That is so spot on.
Oh God,
Why-
I wish we could go back to The Handmaid's Tale.
Well, that was.
That's too
That's
much
how
effort,
they should
man.
be kept.
Well, that's what they think is going to happen next. That they're all
Well,
going
that's
to be, put into
Really, the fucked up thing is they would love it.
That's just it. Yet not only would they love it, but that is exactly what they need. This is what happens when things get unhaltered. When you re-halter them, they fucking get happy and they fall back in line.
Well, like Jordan, I was watching the Jordan Peterson lecture, and he was talking about that. He said when the whole Me Too movement and everything was going on, and they're screaming and crying in the streets of all the stuff going on. That was the exact same time when the whole 50 Shades of Grey movies and books were the top best-selling books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can somebody care to explain that?
They literally had to flick their bean in the goddamn theater. They couldn't contain themselves so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nobody
I can
was
explain it,
fucking
but not
flicking
here.
the bean at. Nobody was flicking the bean at the fucking Handmaid's Tale, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been on Billy's stream before when we've been cut off. So
Yeah, that's because you got the music thing.
No, that was because I was putting on like TV shows from like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
for
TV
God's
shows.
sake. They're
was
like,
it the 90 Day Fiance or some shit?
Yeah,
like that?
can't do that. Can't show
Was
that.
I here for that one too?
Yeah. Right, you're right.
All of my streams where I show like any kind of video.
Okay.
Hamsters like in and out all the damn time.
Yeah.
Roland's comment here was perfect. The hot girl summer includes a road trip to a blue state now.
Yeah, well, let me
Well,
tell
we've
you.
seen that. We've seen
gotta
them
go to
say
Chicago. Why?
We've seen them say that, where they said their summer vacation would be ruined if they fucking couldn't have abortions.
Well, yeah, now there's going to be a whole cottage industry that's going to start with them traveling to states to get abortions.
What about when there's no abortion
IUDs.
and they have to go on birth control? Why can't they just go on birth control? Why is murdering children such a fucking prevalent thing for them? Like,
Because
they
they're
have
lazy.
to have it.
Well, you want to know what the most messed up thing is? The demographic that gets the most abortions also has the most single mothers,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And it just so happens to be the same demographic that the fine gentleman is part of that's on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're bitching because they want those kids to get carved up and vacuumed out,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's like, I was trying to explain that to the rather rotund girl that helps me move vehicles, and she'll come out and give me a ride whenever I fall off a chair, break my hip.
Yeah.
Fat girls are good for something, but
Right.
They're gonna,
and she's can't wrap her head around the fact that they have the most single mothers and the most kids getting carved up.
Yeah.
And she's just like, but my rights. And I'm like, you're 42. You can't have kids anyway. What the hell is it to you?
Right.
Well, not only that, but they have 12 different types of fucking birth control that I know of, not including abortion.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is
we
it
get
so hard? What? Yeah,
And we're all like, yep, we're out.
Why is it so hard for them to take a pill every day or to get one of those implants that last fucking 6 to 10 years?
Chris, you know the answer.
Oh,
That requires them to take responsibility for something.
Oh,
That
exactly.
cannot happen.
Can't have that.
and I mean, you never know when they're gonna fuck a rich guy and get knocked up, right? Or they'll end up with a Drake
Hammer
to try to
nailed
steal
it.
his seed.
Oh, like when Drake put the hot sauce in the condom.
Yeah, it was golden.
So look at this.
Yes, this one.
This is what you're missing, Nate. I want to rip my uterus out of my body and plop it on the steps of the Supreme
for it.
Court.
Go for it,
Go
baby.
for it.
Yeah. Oh, and
I'll
I'm
support
the
it.
unhinged one.
Yeah, go
I
for it.
want to rip my uterus out of my body and plop it on the steps of the Supreme Court. Oh, and I'm the unhinged one. Yeah, you are.
It's so, he's so fucking awesome.
Life
I
wins.
watched this earlier today and I lost it right there.
What is it? Your body, your responsibility.
Well, these people they're
They're pro-life.
pro-life, right? But watch what happens with this shit.
We think that there's a lot of things wrong with the system. I think there's a lot of things wrong with society too.
Here she goes. She is trying to pepper spray them.
That's technically assault.
Yeah.
That is
Right.
assault.
Legally, that is assault. You have it on video.
But she doesn't.
Yeah, next time
Can't
you
get it
plan
to
to
work.
pepper spray someone in the face, maybe remember to bring the pepper spray.
And this guy, this guy.
Go for it.
What's wrong, sir? You like killing babies? You love killing
Yeah, I
babies?
fucking love killing babies.
You love killing babies, huh?
And are we the baddies?
After the event.
Right? We the baddie.
Second required.
Yeah, what PJ says here is awesome.
What did he say? Oh yeah,
Just what he says on
the
this.
vasectomy required.
Dude.
Like who's hitting this?
Dude.
It says 6/24/22. Proof of vasectomies will be required before engaging in any sexual relations.
If she makes lasagna, Pop will hit it.
Nah, I'm good.
I should, you know what? I have to update my Tinder profile now that I've seen that because I have to put something stupid in there like that. Be like, I don't know. You must have proof of birth control. No,
What
no,
was funny
no
was
leftists, no fucking supporters of any of these ABC groups.
well, from what I remember hearing was that the ladies were putting on must be vaxxed or something,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
nobody was hitting them up.
So now they're starting to hide their fucking their back status.
Yeah.
And look at this beast. Look at this. Who
Yeah.
is hitting this?
That's also her choice to hit Dunkin' Donuts every day.
Dude, that's Chris Farley. Chris Farley didn't die.
Chris
He's right
Farley
there.
was smaller than that, man. That chick's $4 bills.
Does anybody remember how Tinder works?
I've never
Vaguely.
been on Tinder.
Where's the you used to be able to write in something about yourself? Where the fuck does that go?
Fuck, last time I was on Tinder was probably 9-10 years ago or more.
I never tried Tinder. No interest.
Oh,
Bunch of hose bags on there.
yeah. If you want to talk, the best thing to do if you really want a fun time, go on Tinder, use a fake name, use a fake contact information, build this chick's hopes and dreams up, get her mind racing and thinking this is actually going to go somewhere, and then fucking ghost her.
I've been thinking about that.
I got that
Not to
Tinder
worry, love.
swindler.
Don't think you'll ever be faced with having to make that choice. When I read Roald Dahl's The Twits as a kid 30 years ago, I never knew it would be quite so relevant
You should
today.
pause it. That's awesome. Roald Dahl's fucking little thing there.
What's that?
The little cartoon that PJ put up, because it talks about somebody that is angry and hateful is gonna be uglier as they go through life, and no matter how ugly you are, if you're happy and jovial, then and just friendly and nice, you're gonna be prettier, even if you're ugly.
True.
And it's so accurate.
I never knew it would be quite so relevant
Want me to
today.
read it in a radio voice?
Roe versus Wade just got overturned. To me, this is just pure insanity. Pure insanity. We are going backwards in time.
Wait, so the guy who cheated
So apparently this guy he's the Barstool sports guy who's gotten a bunch of people pregnant, right? There was something about that guy.
on his wife with a younger woman is suddenly shocked at the prospect of unintended consequences emerging out of his rampant fornicating.
Calliope brings up a good point. There's always a good old condom. It's true.
There's always a
You
facial too. Girl necklace.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also this thing that's called self-control. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Self-control. Yeah.
People don't have that.
That's personal
No.
responsibility again. They can't do it.
Right. I mean, you should always, a lot of guys fall into the trap of the girl will tell them she's on the pill or whatever, and she really isn't, So, wrap it up as Pop always ends his stream, right?
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
Wrap it up and take it with you. Or
Flush
flush it down
Flush
the
down
toilet.
Watch it go all the way down.
Yeah, Dave, it's not hard to flush a condom down the toilet. Why you throw them in a garbage can is beyond me. There better be no toilet.
Put some ghost pepper in it.
Yeah, wasn't that a story?
Yeah, but that'll get you in trouble too. So I mean, to avoid getting in
Yeah,
trouble,
somebody-
just fucking
Wasn't it
go-
Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They put hot sauce in there. I
Yeah.
mean, call me crazy, but I'd use like OC spray, but that's just me.
Imagine my shock. You're a rich, handsome older man who wants to blast inside younger women who were raised on hardcore pornography in fatherless homes. Your bacchanalism isn't enlightened, it's banal, retrograde degeneracy that surfaces in late-stage empires before the fall. Over 98% of...
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to is like this is the end of the free love era, right? I mean, this is definitely the nail in the coffin
Oh yeah,
for sure.
This is gonna hang up hookup culture in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and look at these stats.
abortions.
Look
Yeah.
at these stats. Unbelievable. The pregnancy resulted from incest or rape.
No reason.
It's like nothing. And they always go to that reasoning.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Always.
Rape and incest is the main 2 points that they like to throw down, even though the majority of abortions they do as a form of birth control.
90,
I have personally met women,
over 92%.
who have had abortion after abortion after abortion because they don't believe in using any protection.
Right.
They let the guys fucking, cream pie them.
Yep.
And then they go and abort the kid as the birth control, and that is not uncommon at all.
There's a case study. There's a medical research study that was being done. There's a woman, so in the southeast United States, she had 32 or 34 abortions in a 4 or 5 year period of time, and having so many in such a short period of time rendered her sterile.
Mhm.
And she got married a couple of years later and tried to have a kid, and she was suing the clinic that was doing the abortions because they made her sterile because she had so many abortions during a certain period of time.
Yeah.
And she won.
Yep. Stupid. Fucking stupid.
Yep. No personal responsibility at all.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's fault. It's never my fault.
It's toxic
You're either
masculinity.
economic, or in the case of the vast majority, simply because the baby is an inconvenience. In other words, baby killing is a form of birth control.
Yes, the Roe versus Wade news is absolutely terrible. I booked a ticket back to Canada.
Seriously.
So what's the deal in Canada? How do they set these kind? Because I saw that your boy up there was like, "Come, we'll protect the rights of all the women up here, eh?"
Yeah, no, baby killing and like, dude, the blue pill fucking cucketry in Canada and baby killing is not even close to you guys, even though we have like a fucking smaller population by far.
But so how do? Because I don't, unfortunately, I don't know how. Sorry, I don't know how Canada law in these regards, like how do they set their laws up there as far as something like this is concerned?
If you want to have an abortion, it's no problem.
No, but I mean is
there's no law against it. There's nothing.
It's like having
14.
a kidney stone. They'll take care of it.
But do you guys have an equivalent of a Supreme Court up there?
No.
Okay, so it's whatever the legislature votes on.
We have a different judicial system. Like if you want to escalate something out of your local court to a federal court, right? But it's not like there's a board. There's not like 6 or 9 fucking Supreme Court justice type of thing, right? It's just like a different courtroom in a different fucking place. That's just like basically they can imply like federal essentially laws, right? Because we do have some separation between like every province when it comes to certain laws, but not much. You know what I mean? Like the civil stuff mostly does fall under like the province laws, but really even every province still has like a big list of federal laws that just goes right through the fucking whole country, and they're no different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you can't have like BC say we're not going to support abortions over here. Not
No,
that
they
would happen.
could.
Oh, they could.
They could.
But that's not going to happen because
No. Well, you know how the federal government pays your states, right?
Yeah.
Okay, think of that times 10.
All right.
But Alberta's been funding Ottawa for how long?
Yeah, well, every province makes different amounts of fucking actual like revenue, and Alberta and BC are two of the bigger ones,
Yeah.
right? So they basically take care of all the fucking, because the federal government basically has control of everything. So it really doesn't matter, right? If they step out of line, if let's say BC said, okay, we want to ban abortions here in BC right now, they would be like, we're removing you as the leader of BC and we're going to put somebody else in.
Yeah.
We're going to have a new election and have somebody else in there.
Got it. I see some new faces in the chat here. Edmund 209.
Yeah.
Reverend.
Yeah. He's part of PopStream. I put a post up in the.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Told him that I was going to be on the live stream here.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get through some more of this. I kind of paused them at a funny face here.
How many abortions are you people having? If the prospect of not...
I've heard of women having. I saw a post that somebody had made where they had like 15.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
Dude, that could be in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Like I said, man, the chick that I met in Wisconsin, that's literally all she did.
It couldn't be in 1 year. They don't have that many ovulations in 1 year.
If what, 15?
There's only 12 months.
They could do it
The
twice.
math doesn't add up.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, you're right. They could get knocked up 3 times a month. Who knows? But yeah,
multiple
dude,
eggs. Why not?
The chick that I met in Wisconsin, she was literally separated from her kid's dad, right? Like her older children's dad, for like I think a year, maybe a year, right? And she had already had 9 abortions. And she was about to go in for another one. And the sick, fucked up shit is, she asked us to keep the baby and then bury it as like if it was a fucking funeral.
Yeah.
Like fucking mentally ill.
Absolutely.
Mentally ill.
It really is.
Do we really want some of these people like reproducing?
No, absolutely not.
Being able to get one literally forces you to leave the country. Here's a thought. Why don't you all just stop having degenerate, promiscuous sex? I mean, how hard can it be?
This was at a protest, I believe, in Dallas, I want to say.
Yeah, they all went
Classy.
working.
Real classy.
Well, Friday night.
I saw one girl that's like, maybe.
Quite
If I get
difficult,
drunk
evidently.
enough.
If children can be expected to wear face masks 16 hours a day, surely some guys can wear a condom for 3 minutes, yeah? Just think of it this way. Maybe if you...
But if you're only going 3 minutes, you might have some other issue. Just saying. It's pretty bad.
stopped aborting your kids, you wouldn't have to constantly rely on importing millions of immigrants to maintain your voter base.
Did he say that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and let's just remind ourselves what they're all so virtuously indignant about. Their right to have babies chopped up inside the womb, limb from limb. Amazing correlation between pro-choicers and their blinkered ignorance as to how an abortion is actually performed.
This is a grasping instrument.
Might want to
this-
pause it. Yeah.
This one goes into some detail
Yeah.
of how it happens. Although it's a, cartoon animated, but like they should show the women who are screeching about this shit this little part that's coming up.
Oh, the states that are going to basically keep it legal, they there are certain states that have trigger laws to make it illegal. In order for a woman to get an abortion in one of those states now, previously they would have had to have watched videos of what is actually done and actually visibly watch the ultrasound as it's completed. But other states that are going to make it legal now are basically making sure that they don't ever see or know anything about how any of this is done.
Do it, Chris.
Chris, you have to go twerk.
What?
It's being requested of you to go twerk.
If I go to Parliament Hill, I'm going with an army to fucking take it.
Sweet.
That is the fucking end all be all.
That's right. Okay? Isn't that the plan?
That is the plan. To go there with an army and take it.
Where are you going to take it?
What do you mean? It's just going to be mine.
Oh my god, this comment. I shouldn't laugh at this comment.
Oh, you're sick fuck.
No one
I love it.
Do you want to hear like a twisted religious kind of joke?
Sure.
Okay. You know how they tortured Jesus so everybody wears a cross, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the worst possible ways to die because it's over several days.
Yeah.
Imagine if he'd survived an abortion. Would they be like walking around with little coat hangers on a chain around their neck?
Maybe that's a trend we should start.
Well,
I survived the coat hanger.
There was a thalidomide baby in my church when I was growing up. They like to, fouled up limbs. It's pretty horrific.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun times.
Yeah.
When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. The abortionist uses this clamp to grasp an arm or leg. Once he has a firm grip, the abortionist pulls hard in order to tear the limb from the baby's body. One by one, the rest of the limbs are removed, along with the intestines, the spine, and the heart and lungs. Usually the most difficult part of the procedure is extracting the baby's head, which is about the size of a large plum at 20 weeks. The head is grasped and crushed. The abortionist knows he has crushed the skull.
But it's just zygotes, guys.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a clump of cells.
Clump of cells, right?
Yeah, totally.
A white substance comes out of the cervix. This was the baby's brains. The abortionist then removes skull pieces.
Yep.
He removes the placenta and any leftover parts of the baby with a curette, scraping the lining of the uterus for any remaining tissue.
Hope you weren't eating your lunch.
I do not view abortion as a choice and a right. I think it's always a tragedy.
And once.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? But that's not what his cue card said today.
It's what it said about 10 years ago, though.
Yeah. That's more like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was...
Again, we're subjected to an onslaught of sanctimonious moral grandstanding from the most morally vacuous political movement in modern history. No government, politician or man should tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. Wait a minute. This you?
I believe the vaccines should...
There's your guy.
Oh, there's our boy. Oh, my God. I asked a serious question the other night on a guy's video that he did about Castro, and I really do believe that if Justin Trudeau, because he's very unpopular here right now, will actually go to Cuba, flee to Cuba, and take over control of his father's country from his uncle. So we may see him do a coup on his uncle, and I was actually going to reach out to the Cuban government and ask them if they had any response on it. See if I can get an answer back.
Do you have any concerns about Trudeau coming down there and taking over?
Yeah, well, I'm curious. Right? Let's be honest. I mean, Justin's a real chip off the old block.
Yeah.
He loves being a dictator.
Mandatory for travel on planes and trains.
Fascists literally do not care about how hard you vote. They are not trying to win elections. Violence is the only language they understand, and it's time we start speaking it.
That was that Carlos Manza guy.
Yep, Mr. 9-inch biceps.
Yeah. Mensa. Oh my God. I am personally going to line up so many people when I start my fucking takeover here and just punch them as hard as I can before breakfast. You know what I mean? I'm not
Just
going to
go
be
down
in.
the line.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to have my fucking my army guys, round up a few of the fucking wokies every morning, do my morning stretches as I walk out of my war tent, and be like, okay, who's first? And I'm going to bust as many faces as I can before I sit down and have bacon and eggs. Oh, and my vegan
from
milk.
the same prat who spent months lobbying to get Steven Crowder banned. Oh, but he can spew calls for violence all over social media and nothing happens.
Right? Like, look at this.
Yep.
He can say whatever the fuck he wants because he's part of the...
Yeah, hopefully they show the one where Buddy is
machine.
literally saying, go kill the Supreme Court justice. Go and
No, he
actually
doesn't put
murder
that
him.
one in it.
Yeah, but they have been saying it. I mean, a guy showed up to Kavanaugh's house.
Yeah.
With guns and all kinds of good stuff.
Point of democratic governance is to create an alternative to violence. When the government is no longer democratic, you're supposed to go back to Plan A.
No.
We are a republic, not a democracy.
Constitutional republic.
Well,
The
they
whole
keep
point of
trying to say it until it becomes reality.
Yeah.
Right.
If you say it
democratic
often,
governance
enough, believe it.
is that sometimes in a democracy, stuff happens that you don't agree with. You're supposed to argue your case better, not immediately explode into temper tantrums of mindless violence. So let me get this straight. The very same people who have spent the last year and a half whining about the sanctity of democracy being violated on January 6 are now so mad about the proper functioning of the highest court in the land, a shining beacon of American democracy. They respond by calling it illegitimate.
Oh, and there's our girl.
Pop's girlfriend.
There's our girl out there. Basically, the same one who came up with the story. They were coming to kill me. I had to hide behind the door.
Yeah.
All that bullshit.
Like 2 hours before it actually happened.
Not only that, 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
The other end of the block.
I was there.
Nowhere near
I
it.
survived.
Yeah.
And, saying January 6th, the most horrible thing that's ever happened to her. And here she is.
Well,
Here she
guys,
is calling for...
I believe her because I was a space shuttle door gunner.
A what?
A space shuttle door gunner. So I believe her.
Yeah. How was it up there with the lack of atmosphere, buddy?
Well, it was pretty awesome, except for the aliens that I was like zapping with my 40 megawatt laser Gatling.
Yeah.
Oh. So you didn't use projectiles, because I know explosives
No.
don't have quite the same effect in space because of the vacuum, but like
Just
projectiles,
splattered them.
good kinetic energy does the job.
Say its rulings should just be completely ignored.
The hell with the Supreme.
Oh, and this one.
Kerosene Maxine.
Yeah, she tells the homeless people to go home.
She is such
How
a
do
disgusting
people
individual.
keep electing this woman? Right there. There's the
I'm wondering
poster
how
child
Hank
for-
Johnson is still in office. He thought Guam would capsize.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He thought
Hank
if you put too many people on the island, it would flip over.
Yeah.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Swear to God.
And he's telling
Swear
it to an
to God.
admiral, and the admiral says that's not something that we're really concerned about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I
Yeah.
thought Justin was stupid.
Our elected officials. But this one is, she is a poster child for, what do you call it? Term limits. I mean,
She's
a
a poster
spark
child
rating
for special
loon.
ed.
So's Pop's girlfriend.
Is that
We will
changed?
defy
Is
them.
that
Say it
changed
should be
around?
dissolved, and then say it should be burnt to the ground.
So I'm just convinced we need to burn it all down, light it on fire.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are the valiant
light it on
defenders
fire.
of democracy. They dox the addresses of Supreme Court justices and start trying to storm state capitol buildings.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
That's the one we were watching from the outside.
Yeah, storming a state capitol building.
Well, wouldn't
Are
it
the
be
same
an
people
act
who are-
of insurrection or sedition?
I would
Yeah.
think so.
Oh no, because they're on the left.
See, I would just go
Yeah,
take most of those women and some of the men, put a collar on them and start leading them around like dogs. And if they stepped out of line, I'd spank them. Get this under control in no time, man.
The girls would really like that.
Step out of line. You get a
fucking spanking. I got a paddle here. I'll spank your ass.
Wood chipper for that one. All right, let's get this fed. We gotta get
really
to
care about democracy. The same people
but
who had
it's probably
hissy
gonna
fits
run
over Trump's violent rhetoric inciting January 6th are now engaging in full-board violent rhetoric as violent unrest threatens to sweep the country. It's okay when we do it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's okay when we do it.
Yeah, you know, I thought words were violence too.
Yeah.
But violence is not violence, right? Right?
Yeah. But not when they do it.
Oh, only when they do it.
Well, it's because they're oppressed, and whenever you're oppressed or a victim, then everything you do is justified.
Well, I'm a victim. I want to be an emperor, and I can't identify as an emperor as long as Justin Trudeau is in power.
If some moistened bent lobbed a scimitar at me and I went around calling myself emperor, they'd put me away.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's
here we
favorite
go.
moment.
Oh,
You ready for the 20 talks?
Please
'Cause
get the milkshake.
We
Please.
need to wind it down because
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep going on this leftist shit show. But
Oh,
yeah, I'll wrap it up on all that. I'm saying, make sure you
Reverend
got
20 piece. That's awesome.
your bullets and your band-aids and just watch your ass. All right, let's always gotta start with how did she get over here? We gotta start with some floozy.
Well, I was trying to find that tweet, but I'm not good with that.
You know, when she's my age, those things are going to be dragging the ground.
Oh, those would be some beagle ears.
They're already almost at her belly button.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst part. How do chicks get such saggy boobs, man?
I guess
That's why I like small ones, man. They
I've
look
seen
pretty
big ones.
forever.
I've seen big ones that stay where they're supposed to.
That's
but
because
I've
they're
seen
fake.
young women. No, real ones.
Because she keeps doing that. And it creates small micro.
Yeah, they're going to be down by her knees. You keep doing that.
Knees? Fucking right on the floor.
All right,
I don't know. I just don't think they do enough chest presses or something.
Yes, Clive, yes, bullets, band-aids, and beer.
Bullets, band-aids, and beer. Fuck yeah.
Oh, here we go. This goes back to remember the fishing that I did with Dak.
Oh, cool.
How to
Fishing
fillet a fish.
Yep.
You take it to McDonald's.
No, you don't want. I don't even want to know what is in that.
Oh, I don't know if hers were fake, but the chicks I'm talking about that I've met, they didn't have fake tits and they didn't sag. But these were, normal, hardworking women, right?
What the hell's he doing?
I don't know.
Oh,
chunking it up so it's fast fry.
Yeah, he's gonna batter it and fry it that way. He's gonna fast fry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say that. I've seen
I
this
don't know.
technique.
Because I've seen a lot of fish filleted before.
Yeah.
And never like this.
I only like saltwater fish. I don't like freshwater fish.
Some people need to
dunk it in
kind
the
of
flour and egg wash it. Yep.
Have you had fish out of Superior, Chris?
I have not.
You need to try Superior fish.
Yeah, they are superior.
Oh yeah. I grew up in Nebraska and I hated fish, and then I came up here, and my ex's dad went out with me one day and we caught a whole bunch of steelheads and stuff, and her mom cooked it up. Oh my god. Yeah. Then I was like, oh, I like fish now. It doesn't taste like mud.
Reverend 20
interesting
piece.
way that he did that.
To answer your question, the one that I did have in Quebec was a prostitute, and she did have fake tits. That was the first that I ever touched.
Well, Quebec is kind of known for that, right?
Yeah.
Montreal, Quebec.
But my East Coast girls, man, some of them have big titties, and they were firm.
Yeah, I dated a chick from Medicine Hat and then a chick from Windsor.
All right. We had enough of this fish. Oh, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not a fish guy, but that looks good.
Fish and
dude.
chips.
Fish and chips, yeah. They all you can eat fish and chips. Just keep bringing codfish to me that's battered and deep fried, and we're good.
God, ugh.
You fucking racist.
Man wanted to rob this woman.
Equal rights, equal lefts.
See, but this kind of shit's gonna happen. Like, this is some third world shithole. This kind of stuff's gonna
happen in Chicago right now.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah. Oh, here comes the White Knights.
Yeah, not my
they're
problem.
beating his fucking ass, man.
Oh,
yeah, D-Man, I don't know where we went. I was with my trucker buddy, but we were on the outskirts of the city, and that's where the strip club was, where we could do the strippers that we saw on stage 5 minutes before. It was a great place. I don't know where it is, but I got to figure it out again if we ever go.
Well, there's a lot of places like that up there, and like Montreal, Quebec is kind of known for that.
Well, either way, guys, we start the invasion. Okay, that's where we're going. We're going to be there for a while as like a respite. You know, we're going to rest there for a while, but we're going.
I don't know what this guy's thinking.
He's rebuilding the motor.
We might forget about the invasion part, but we'll get there.
looks like he's trying. Is it a alternator he's trying to?
It's an electric motor. He's
Yeah, it's
just rebuilding it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty
you're gonna
slick.
have to start upping your game on this kind of shit.
Yeah.
when the total collapse comes.
Right.
Yeah. When we got no factories, this is going to be the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is probably like in some India or something.
India.
Like that.
He's
Most
got an
likely.
electric grinder, so he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched
Watch
a guy make table legs with just his fucking foot and the lathe tools.
Yeah.
Watching the guys repair tires, man, like big truck tires that were
Yeah.
blown right out in the side, and he just fucking patched it all up, fucking grinded it out, and looked like brand new.
Yeah.
He's doing a pretty good job. You know, he's done this before.
Yeah.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
I know an old guy that he's in his early 80s, and he has a foot pedal wood lathe, and he still uses it.
Dude,
let's go.
that's
It's going to get
hardcore.
to the point where you're going to have to make that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he did a
lathes
pretty
and
good job.
whatnot.
All right, next.
Yeah, you goddamn right. Guns are equalizers.
Look at this pool.
Ooh.
That a
I'm
pretty
gonna call it right now. This is at a single mother's house. Poor kid's like, hey, you want to go in the pool? I got a pool. Looks like a fucking pond.
It looks like a cesspool, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's what gators live in. Is
Yep.
that a gator?
No,
That's
it's
a hawk.
That's a dead bird.
No, it's a live
No,
bird.
he's still living.
He's just chilling.
Oh,
Wow.
God. I thought it
He's
was
not
a
doing
dead
very
bird.
well. All right, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Wow, he's rough looking.
Yeah. You'd be too if you were laying in that pool.
probably as rough
Fuck.
looking as a single mom that lives there.
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah, but the bird's a lot skinnier.
It doesn't have hairy legs.
Oh man.
Thug life.
This is down there in Australia, eh?
You thought ants were just bugs.
Oh, so they must be doing one of these molding things. You ever seen this? They pour
Aluminum?
a molten
Yeah, molten
aluminum,
metal or some kind of resin down in there.
and they pull out these big.
Yeah.
These videos are getting long tonight. 3 minutes. Oh, here you go. So,
3-minute TikToks. What is
there
this
you go.
like?
Jeez, look at the
Wow.
size of this whole thing.
Yeah, no, I thought the small ones were
Holy
fucking massive. This thing is
shit.
gargantuan.
Oh my god. What are you going to do with that? Like, what would you do with that?
What do you mean? It's the structure of a small city.
Right, but
Pretty much.
what are you going to do with it?
So
I have no
That's
idea.
too big to bring anywhere, you would think, right?
No, you put it on a truck, move it.
I guess. I don't know. I don't see the use of what you would
It'll go
I
in
guess
some
display it
some
somewhere.
fancy office building.
Well, I know
Yeah.
The
guys
ants
who do
ain't coming back.
the guys who do the lead or the aluminum ones, they sell them as works of art.
Yes. Now that I do know. Yes, I've seen that.
Oh man,
But, I mean,
wish
that
somebody
thing was-
resold my Red Wings.
That was huge, though.
Yeah,
Now,
$300
here is a
fucking
dying
hair.
art.
Jeez.
yeah. There's a company on the East Coast. They've resold my my Matterhorns 3 times already.
See, I think stuff like this is gonna.
Yeah.
This is where you're gonna have to go to guys who know how to do this kind of stuff.
Yep.
In the not so distant future.
Well, we used to use children for this during the wars, but I guess we won't have any children because they'll be all aborted.
No, we'll have
Not
little
anymore.
Spanish-speaking kids. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
They're hard workers.
You know what, man? I can't condone any kind of fucking shit done to children. I don't give a fuck what the parents want to do. And I don't like the fact that adopting kids is so fucking difficult, because there are a lot of good families out there that would take on these kids and get them out of the orphanages, but it's such a difficult and expensive process. It's fucking ungodly.
Dude, I saw where some chick said, if guys want to have kids, just adopt one. And I'm like, the chances of a single man being able to adopt a kid are like somewhere between slim and fat.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
However, if I may interject, there is a story of a gentleman who was adopted, at least at the time, I think they said it was 22 children who were abandoned because they had like birth defects or special needs. And he took care of these kids until they passed away, right? But honest to God, hero of man. And he's, I believe he was from Pakistan. But he was a loving father to unwanted children. And, I don't know if it was because they were handicapped or born with birth defects due to like drug addictions in their parents or the mother. But
probably just a malnourishment thing.
Well, I mean,
Pakistan
could very well be.
No, he was in the U.S., but he's from Pakistan or something. Yeah, God bless him wherever he is. I hope he's alive and happy. But dude,
Much better man than me.
Dude, hero of man.
My luck, if I picked up a deer like that and started carrying it, the thing would like freak out.
Yeah,
beating the shit out of me.
This one's got its.
Well, see where I'm at. We have deer ticks that carry Lyme disease.
Yeah,
that
here.
fucks you up. You do not want to get Lyme disease. I work with somebody who has Lyme disease, and they have rheumatoid arthritis due to it. So stay away from fucking deer.
Well, you can get deer ticks just from being outside.
Yeah, I mean, just walking around. What the fuck was that? Oh, this is like one of those joke videos. See, people, they're going to get shot doing this kind of shit. Oh, man. I would run my ass away from this shit, too. That's some freaky ass crap.
I'd be laughing my ass off.
I'm telling you, you're going to see one of these things where somebody's just going to get fucking murdered.
Oh my god!
Because they jump out in front of somebody who's carrying a pistol. Yeah.
Is that a puppet?
No, it looked like somebody in a suit.
Do you guys remember those guys who were in like Romania or something? They had YouTube videos where they were pranking people like that dressed as clowns.
No, dude, they were doing that all over Canada and the U.S. as well, where you just see random people dressed up as clowns. We saw one in Oshkosh.
Yeah, they'd be like
middle
hanging
of the fucking
out
night.
No, these dudes had a YouTube channel, and they were actually like pranking people with shit like that all over Europe.
We had one.
Wait. Where's Pulse Kebab? Where's Pulse Kebab? Where's Pulse Kebab? Pulse Kebab. There's the Antarctic.
It's a composite.
Antarctica.
It's a composite.
This is all fake.
What is it? What are we looking at?
I don't know.
That's supposed to be structures in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, okay. It kind of makes you go, what the hell is that? But it's kind of like, I see it as, you know how they have the stones out in the desert that move, over a period of time, and they leave the trails and all that. But supposedly, Antarctica doesn't even exist.
Right.
according to some people who watch my show.
Right.
That was such a fun night.
Yes, it was.
Hey,
Oh my
I
God.
found it. I found it, Billy.
What the fuck is this? Oh my God. What the fuck do people do just to get their like 2 minutes of fame? Look at this shit. What the fuck?
These are the heroes of the world now.
This is the heroes of TikTok.
Yep,
Real
heroes of the
American
Western world.
heroes.
Her
But just
expressions
imagine
are
the
kind of
mess
amusing.
that guy just made in this house for this stupid TikTok video.
Yeah, for 2 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
2 million to 10 million views, I bet.
And he's wearing a Batman mask, so it's
well, that
not
makes
like
it all
he's even
better.
famous.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's
Here we
about to hit
go.
the wall. You can tell she's like late 30s.
We mean about to hit the wall.
You can see it's all starting to fall apart.
Dude,
look at this-
that's filters.
Yeah, well,
Look at this
okay,
setup she's
possibly
got.
without the filters and the what do you call it? Makeup.
Let me
But
get a
look at what they waste their money on. Look at this. I need a shelf for my purse, my purse, my purse, my purse, my purse, my purse. I need a shelf for my scarves. Dear God.
Well, she's a dog mom. She's probably
like-
running low on peanut butter too.
It's like I need a single drawer for every friggin' wrench.
I want to go to that.
Except wrenches are useful.
This is just some chick who's telling you just what an awful human being you are for asking her on a date, probably. Yeah, dating some sort of bullshit. Whatever.
Well, no worries, girlfriend. I ain't asking you out.
Yeah, no.
Well, things are changing because things are changing. I don't know what this is. Is this your neighbor, Thumper?
I don't know.
He looks like somebody who live up your way. Just saying.
Fuck, it might be Thumper.
No.
No, it's not Thumper.
I have hair. I have as much hair on my back as I do on the top of my head. So
Yeah, me too. So, join the club.
except they shaved it all off yesterday.
He's got quite a bunker going on there.
It's all spray and insulation.
Yeah. All right. I don't care what he has to say, to be honest. Wait, didn't we do the ants thing?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
The fuck? I've never got a double TikTok. That's fucked up. All right. Does that count? That doesn't count.
Can we add
Oh, boy. What do we got?
Jiggles?
Well, the feet
There's
guys are going
jiggles.
to be all over this.
Beer bottle.
Don't worry, brother. We're gonna have a big list to go through, but we'll get to somebody eventually that's on there.
The hell is that?
Looks like they use monk fruit
I
sweetener.
wasn't paying attention, unfortunately. This is one of those kind of videos where a lot of shit's going on. And you're like, what's going on here?
They're making a battery there.
Well, that, yeah, I get that they're doing that, which, I mean, if
Use
you're
a
really
lemon
hard
to charge
on
your battery or charge
Well,
your phone, that would take.
What
a
about a
while.
potato?
Yeah.
Well, it worked in Portal too, so
That's actually really cool.
Oh, the changing of the
Flowers, yeah.
Now you can tell, like, these videos are made in China.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody's talking. They do all these, things. That's a Chinese-made video. Oh, do I want? I don't care.
Dangerous cities.
The most dangerous cities in Pennsylvania. Do you want to listen to this one? It's a minute. You want to hear what this chick has to say? All right. Hold on, I got it.
Yeah, I doubt you'll get a copyright strike from a TikTok.
No, not from TikTok. Hold on.
What are the top 10 most dangerous
Can you hear
cities
that?
in PA?
Yeah.
People seem to talk a lot about this in my comments, so let's resort to the stats, shall we? For the record, this list comes from upgradedhome.com with the most recent stats from the FBI. Also, did you know that Pennsylvania is the 11th safest state in the country with
Bullshit.
dangerous cities?
Well, okay, yeah,
now you
that's
do.
true.
Based on these stats, McKees Rocks is leading at number 1 as the most dangerous city in Pennsylvania.
Never even
and
heard of that one.
apparently it doesn't rock. I mean, granted, there are only just over 6,000 people who live here, but according to this, there are roughly 62 crimes per 1,000 residents, including murder and rape. At the number 2
Nice.
spot is Darby, Pennsylvania, with a population of almost 11,000 people. If you're in Darby, according to this, you face the reality of a 1 in 70 chance of experiencing a violent crime. Darby is safer than only 6% of all the cities in the U.S. And rounding out the top 3 most dangerous cities in Pennsylvania is Chester, PA. A majority of these are burglary or theft-related cases, with over
I think
600
Chester is
cases
near
of theft
Philly.
just this year and 254 cases of burglary. And if you'd like to see the 7 most dangerous cities that follow, here you are. Naturally, my hometown is on this list at number 10, which is why I told people, don't worry about being ready.
I would have thought that Pittsburgh was on there.
Don't worry, guys. Once I become Emperor of Canada and start invading the U.S., I'll fix all that too.
Well, yeah. Oh, look at this house. Oh, man.
Looks
This
like my
shit-
ex-wife's house.
Well, this actually happened to a neighbor of mine, not to this degree, not with leaving shit, but he was renting a house during the pandemic. Well, he's been renting a house for 20 years. And the last people he had in there stopped paying him during the pandemic. And
Fixer-upper. That's right.
yeah, fuck me. Look at this shit.
Oh, look at that tub.
All the mold.
How do fucking people live like this?
Actually, this looks like my ex-wife's mom's house.
So there was a roof leak, and they didn't say anything about it, and it leaked for over a year. And then when the pandemic came and it was like time to pay up, or like now he's got teeth to throw him out, like, yeah, we're gone. And they left. And then he goes in and he finds that the roof was leaking for a year, and he had to basically gut the entire inside of the house. And now he's done. He's not renting it anymore. He's like, I'm done. I've had it.
Mm-hmm.
He lost so much money. It's ridiculous. But this is just disgusting. I would never be a landlord. I mean,
I saw videos of Air Force housing that looked worse than that.
Oh, this is
my ex-wife's.
What?
It was on the floor, right? Because it was an older dog, so when it shit, it was just diarrhea. Yeah, but they would do that and leave it until it dried so they could vacuum it up.
That's disgusting.
It was like, that's fucking
lemur.
gross.
Is that a lemur? I think that's a.
That's a sugar glider.
It's a chinchilla. Chinchilla.
It's a sugar glider.
I've never seen bush baby.
Yeah.
I want a bush baby.
He's playing the circle game. Remember how they tried to say the circle game was some kind of racist thing?
Stupid.
Oh, you mean they're still saying?
No, they forgot about that. It was 4chan stuff.
Really? I thought they were still saying that.
Well, I think the OK sign they were saying.
Yeah, it was the OK sign, sorry.
What's that? Chameleon windshield tint. Oh, boy.
Pass.
Yeah. Like you go to car shows and you see this kind of shit now. Stupid stuff. Guys with their Challengers. They do all this kind of weird shit to their cars.
There's a few companies now in Victoria that are offering like the wraps and stuff.
Yeah.
But so goddamn expensive, you literally can't afford it.
I got Orscheln's paint and the HVLP gun. I can turn it any color I want.
That's right.
As long
You got to
as
try
one
it
of
to
the
Belvis,
primary
man.
colors.
Some of the wraps are pretty cool. I've seen some pretty cool wraps.
Yeah, Eminem was kind of fun for a while. And so was
I
the
would try it on my
wraps,
quads. I would put those kind of wraps.
Oh,
like,
this one's gonna be hilarious.
You think?
Oh,
It's
she's
2.5 minutes.
She's got the
Why?
fucking crazy bug eyes. It's gonna be like the crazy chick.
You want to hear her bitch? We're gonna listen to her bitch. All right. Something about a lemon fridge. Okay, here we go. It better be better than that Pennsylvania crime one. That wasn't so good.
Well, she had the crazy eyes.
Hey, Lowe's, I've got a bone to pick with you, and I'm pissed.
Oh,
Back
boy.
in January, my refrigerator and freezer crapped out, so I got a new one from you guys. Got a Frigidaire. Bought the protection plan. Last month in May, the ice maker quit working. I called your protection plan people. They said there was a rework on the
hear
ice
that?
maker because apparently everybody's ice maker took a shit. You know, because this day and age, we don't make refrigerators like we used to. Back in the day when you would have your Harvest Gold or Avocado Green refrigerator that every Midwest middle-class family
my
moved out to
God,
their
shut
garage for
up.
fucking beer and pop. Yeah, those things were fucking beasts. My family still had their Harvest Ass Gold refrigerator in the garage into the late fucking 90s. And if I
You know what the electrical draw on one of those goes?
Yeah, 7 kilowatts a minute.
Say, we don't have the ice maker in stock. We're going to have to order it and call you when it's in stock.
And this is why you don't get married.
I call these people more than Ghostface
Yep.
calls Sidney Prescott. No answer, would not return my calls.
How about
I call
go to
your
the
protection
store?
plan people again. I asked them to send somebody out this time that is different than the useless ass fucks that they sent out the first time. They said, oh, we're going to send you somebody different this time. Thank you. They were supposed to show up yesterday between 8 and 5. Guess who showed up? No one. I called them to confirm that appointment was still going. They told me yes. I said, they're not here. They never showed up. You'll have to call them directly. Here's the phone number. Phone number they gave me, the people they weren't supposed to fucking send.
My God.
Guess what? I called them. And guess what happened? They don't fucking answer. Did they return my voicemail? Fuck no. This refrigerator is a limit. I go to Lowe's and beg them for fucking help. Now keep in mind, I was very nice. I was not a bad
Oh, she seems like she's a really nice person.
Right.
I try to be
Miss Congeniality right there.
look like an angry white Republican.
Does she know that you can get ice trays?
By the cover. This is the hairstyle I just
Or do like I do and just get a whole bag of ice and keep it in the freezer?
I said, can I just return the
Those
refrigerator?
dangerous gangs. Holy fuck. Really, D-Man?
No, that has to go through Frigidaire. So I tried to call
I
Frigidaire.
mean, I've heard the guys speak from Insane Clown Posse before, and they're like, dude, you know, they seem pretty level-headed. They're like, it's just music. Don't actually go do these things. If you do, you're kind of fucked.
They don't know how magnets work.
I can't listen to this woman anymore.
They think magnets
Yeah.
are miracles.
Well, either way, yeah, nobody's going around dressed up like clowns because, as you know, I've stated it a few streams back, I do not like clowns, so clowns will be banned from the country.
What about mimes?
Imagine this is.
I'm all for the arts, guys, but
fuck mimes.
Fuck mimes, really. They're like clowns.
Imagine being married to this woman.
That's
My
yeah.
God.
Dude,
I
if
would-
she's not divorced twice or more times, there's something wrong.
Well, and if you take a close look at this woman's face around her lips and cheeks, she does not have the stretch marks from sucking a lot of cock. Okay, so you know that this mouth is not getting filled with dick just to shut her up.
Right. Well, you know what the thing is on all of her dating profiles? Where are all the good men at? How come I can't find?
You
You
don't
know,
suck a
like
dick.
you go out to the restaurant with her, she's complaining about the service,
Exactly.
food,
Exactly.
just everything's a complaint.
Yup.
Oh, get off my screen.
Yeah. I would be like, I gotta go take a leak. I'll be right back. And then I'd go and talk to him and be like, I'm just gonna pay for mine and I will never come back with this chick again.
Your problem now.
You enjoy. Have a nice time. Oh, this
we're
is a
learning
size
about
thing.
solar. It's all about the size.
Well, when it comes to stars,
yeah, ours is small.
Rigel's freaking huge.
Yeah. Betelgeuse.
Beetlejuice, Canis Major.
Is that
Scrotum.
Is that scrotum? There's a star named Scrotum.
Well, they're saying what? Beetlejuice is supposed to supernova here shortly, like in the next 100 years.
It's possible.
Well, that means it already has, because it's
Yeah.
a few million light years away.
Right.
Yeah.
What's happening here? The fuck is this?
I have no fucking idea. Is this
That's
a
by the
lizard
way,
man?
doctor.
I
If
fit
torturous
20.
death is right for you.
Lizard man?
Yeah, maybe this is one of the lizard people.
UHF?
Underneath the Denver airport.
Oh, it's some kind of promo for some stupid shit.
Under the Denver airport.
Did you hear about that one?
No,
Oh,
what is this now?
I remember something about it, but I've been under the Denver airport.
I've never been under the. I've been to the Denver airport, but I haven't been under.
Well, you have to go under it to get to the other terminals and
Yeah.
stuff, because it's all,
I don't remember, to be honest.
Were you in the old one or the new one?
Don't remember.
I don't
It
know.
was-
It was 20 years ago I was there.
Oh, okay. So I was there
Uh,
like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, the new one is put on a Native American burial ground.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Shining shit.
So it's
pretty much.
haunted?
Poltergeist.
Cool. Speaking of cool, this is kind of interesting to watch this woman make what looks like a watermelon.
It's more like an iguana eye.
Yeah.
I'm seeing watermelon. It's like one of those Rorschach tests. Is that what that is? Like, what do you see in this picture? I see watermelon.
Yeah.
This is how people spend their days. This is, remember, like, the lefties, they were like, oh, you have a basic income, you get to stay home and make this kind of shit all day. You follow your dreams of making watermelon pictures. All right,
Well,
one more. We going one more.
The thing that people don't realize about a basic income is you're not allowed to have any more than that.
Right.
And you're only worth what they tell you you're worth.
Mm.
And if you want them to take care of you, you're only going to get what they think you should get. You're not going to get what you want to get.
Right.
Yeah.
They need to talk to more disabled vets if they think that, it's a good idea.
Reverend, 20-piece, no face tattoos. In fact, women will no longer be allowed to have tattoos. And most men won't get most tattoos.
People go overboard with the tattoo stuff, man.
They do. Like their whole fucking bodies in some cases.
I ain't into that.
No, it's gross.
Yeah. What are we watching? The guy
What
frame
is
up the house.
this guy doing?
I
ran into a chick a couple days ago.
Who cares?
Middle to end of last week. Her eyelids and almost her entire face and both of her arms, she was literally tatted up all over.
That's fucked.
Yeah, fucking it was like disgusting and creepy.
Yeah, that is very, very unfucking attractive, guys. Very unattractive.
Well, and the worst, it gets better. She was I'd say about 420, 430 pounds.
Pliskin says he calls them identifiables. Yeah, for sure.
She was over 400 pounds and about 5'3".
I used to work with a guy who he had both arms, but they were literal works of art. He spent 10 years putting this thing together, his arms together, and they were very impressive. I really appreciated the art that went into it and the time that went into it. But now you got people who are just random shit all over them that look like you got them in a prison.
Yeah, clip art and fucking stars and little swishes and stuff.
Why would you want to do that to your body?
It's like, let's just stick random crap all over me.
Yeah,
I got a buddy
that all the guys he served with that died while active duty, he has headstones tattooed on his back for each one of them.
So
that I can understand.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave it on this one. This is a weird. I don't know. This is now we're going back into Polska territory.
Yeah.
This is some kind of strange thing out in the middle of I don't know where this is. Empire, Galarak, Granite Peak. I don't know where that is. Somewhere out in some desert somewhere. What is that? Whoever made this video has a point. What the fuck is this?
It looks like a city.
Right? What the fuck's going on here?
It's a Star Wars set.
That ain't no set. Oh, maybe it's like, what the hell is that?
It looks like a lot of shit around Dubai.
Yeah. Is it Burning Man?
Oh, that looked like the airport graveyard there.
Yeah, but do they have it set up?
Davis Monthan.
That is just an impressive amount of shit.
Yeah,
and to set it up in such an interesting pattern.
It could just be a large junkyard.
Yeah, but even so, that is a ginormous junkyard.
Pause it here coming up after you see the little star thing and he zooms in on it.
Yeah. Well, I see the planes.
See up top there's planes.
Right, but
yeah.
All right. Well,
it's probably over in Asia somewhere. Soviet.
Yeah, but I see it. Okay, so Mr. Pliskin says it's an airplane graveyard, but I'm not seeing a lot of airplanes in there. I'm
Yeah,
seeing
there's a whole
these
lot
up
of other
top.
stuff. There's some
All
airplanes
kinds
there.
of shit going on in there. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's that. Are we going to leave it there? Are we going to go? Are we going to chance it for one more?
Your call.
One more. Ah! I shouldn't have pushed it. Damn it.
I knew it.
Attack of the threes.
Okay. All right. Where did?
And none of them like me.
What is he making?
Oh,
here?
that just looks like a fat chick rolling her around yeast. Yeah.
Yeah, but why are you taking a whole? What the hell?
Oh.
Red Bull.
Oh, okay.
Garlic Red Bull.
All right. Well, there's that.
Huh.
That's a lot of goddamn garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they do out in Wisconsin there? They fill it with cheese?
No.
Because Wisconsin, you gotta have cheese.
That's right.
It looks like the kind of thing that would make you weigh 400 pounds if you had it every other day.
Yeah, look at, I mean, my God. Well, let's see your hands.
It's not vegan, so
The
I
hands
like
don't
it.
look too heavy.
Yeah.
Today we're learning how to cook on the TikToks. Simmer for 1 hour. This doesn't look too bad. I wasn't sure where we were going on those. But goddamn, that is. How many calories do you think that is?
1 billion.
That is a lot of calories.
Yeah.
And, have the little salad.
Oh my God.
There you go. I hope you all learned how to make.
Yeah, it's probably 1,800 calories.
How to make.
It's more than I eat in a day.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
fun time as always.
Yeah. I'm actually going to end it with a explosion video.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, here, let me drop. Well, actually, I can't drop the link. I can drop it in private chat.
The F4 Phantom hitting the wall.
No, this
looks like my ex.
This is the guy I was telling you guys about. And if you want to go watch the news report on him, or Billy, if you want to share it in the
just you guys hang out
community chat
after the community shot here.
Yeah, just drop that one in the community chat and give some of the guys a chance to look at it. But yeah, that's
okay.
It was a very touching story. You know, these unwanted kids that generally came with some sort of disability was taken care of by this guy, and hopefully to this day he's still taking care of them. Because,
how long is it?
This one is 7 minutes long.
I left it. Okay, I left it in the thing. I gotta get to bed.
Yeah,
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, join
all
the club.
right. So you guys hang out for a minute while I drop this video, and we'll end it there. Remove. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching and listening, and we'll catch you as soon as I upload this. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a great night and a great week.